Hello, I'm Paul Jess, Executive Director of the Florida Justice Association. Today is Friday, January 31st, 2020, the end of week 3 of the Florida legislative session. We're a third of the way through. This past week was yet another crazy, hectic week with legislative committee activity important to your clients, your practice, and your profession. On Tuesday, CFO Jimmy Petronas, Representative Clemens, and Senator Wright unveiled the Consumer Protection Act. These bills, Senate Bill 1492 and House Bill 1137, are a response to the thousands of insurance claims that remain open 14 months after Hurricane Michael. The CFO's package is similar to legislation filed by Representative Trumbull and Senator Gaynor, Senate Bill 1760 and House Bill 1357. These bills will benefit homeowners and business owners by putting teeth into Florida's insurance claims law, like the prompt pay law that compels insurance companies to pay undisputed claims within 90 days. Currently, there's no meaningful enforcement mechanism in this law. On Wednesday, the House Judiciary Committee passed a proposed committee bill regarding attorney fee multipliers. As amended, the bill is similar to the Senate bill, SB 914, that would instruct judges to award multipliers only in rare and exceptional circumstances. Although the amendment was an improvement over the original bill that prohibited multipliers entirely, we are still opposed to this bill. This legislation undercuts the authority of judges and makes it harder for insurance consumers to seek justice. House Judiciary members also considered asbestos legislation by Representative Tom Leek, House Bill 741, that would create delays for people dying from mesothelioma. This is a critical issue for Florida's retired veterans who testified against it. This bill, if it became law, would allow the asbestos companies who are not in bankruptcy to delay and deny until the victims die. On Wednesday in the House Civil Justice Subcommittee, Representative Leek amended and passed his 2020 version of a bill we call LIMP, for limitations in medical payments, House Bill 9. The bill was amended to make it similar to the Senate version, Senate Bill 1668, which passed the Senate Judiciary Committee on Tuesday. These bad bills would have the effect of preventing many people who are injured from being adequately compensated for their future medical expenses, thus preventing them from access to quality health care in the future for their injuries. The bills would allow the defense to introduce evidence of the injured person's health insurance for both past and future medical damages. FJA Treasurer Tiffany Faddis provided excellent testimony against these bills in both the House and Senate committees. Next week, we're looking at yet another busy week. On Tuesday in the Senate Banking and Insurance Committee, they're scheduled to hear legislation to weaken Florida's insurance bad faith laws, Senate Bill 924. This bill by Senator Brandes would create a reckless disregard standard for insurance company bad faith. This bill was also on the agenda of the committee this week, but was temporarily postponed, or TP'd, as we say in the Capitol. Also on next Tuesday, the Senate Judiciary Committee will hear the attorney fee multiplier bill, as well as the Senate version of the asbestos bill mentioned earlier. Thankfully, the Senate version of the asbestos bill does not contain the delay provisions that are in the House bill. Please read the message from FJA Legislative and Political Director Jeff Porter for a more in-depth look at next week's legislative activity. Special thanks to the many FJA officers and members who were in town to assist in the lobbying effort for these issues affecting you and your clients. It was FJA Young Lawyers Section Week, and the young lawyers who came had quite an experience. We want to thank FJA President Leslie Mitchell Kroger, FJA President-elect Eric Romano, FJA Treasurer Tiffany Faddis, and FJA past presidents Troy Rafferty, Dale Swope, Fred Cunningham, and Wayne Hogan. Also thank you to Richard Chait, Javier Delgado, Tom Carey, Jeanette Carey, Matthew Christ, Carter Scott, Jordan Dulce, Shannon Schott, Lauren Gallagher, Ryan Hutchinson, Thomas Normandeau, Bob Shitera, Neil O'Brien, Jeff Carter, Jack Hickey, and Stefano Portigliani. If you can, please consider making plans to join us for a few days during the 2020 legislative session to ensure that our civil justice system remains strong. Thank you for all you do for your clients and for all Floridians. And thank you for being a member of the Florida Justice Association.